which is known as This Day That Year. I bring some of the historic events which happened on September 13th, which is today. So every day I come and meet you live and give you perspective of some of these historic incident which has helped shape our world. Before I start the program today, I would like to tell you about Akulmach Masterclass. And the masterclass is about if you are a CEO or if you are a manager or even an entrepreneur who's planning to start his company, in all the phases of your business journey, you want new ideas. So this masterclass is a complete business management and leadership class, which is divided into 8 specific courses. And these courses are available on our website. Actually, you can register using the early bird promo code and join us. This masterclass is going to be starting on October 10th, and for 8 days we will have this masterclass running. So friends, hopefully you will be able to gather more information on our website, so please do visit, use the promo code displayed here to avail discount and join this masterclass. It's going to be very useful. So friends, let's continue with our program today, which is This Day That Year. Let's find out what are the important historic incident that happened on September 13th. Well, this information is from France, and this is during the French Revolution days. And as you know that the French Revolution was one of the bloodiest revolution. I mean, the people revolted against the elite class. I mean, it started off as revolution against the king, but then later when they removed the king, the family and all the barons and all these rich elite, they went ahead and killing all the educated people. So it was a very bloody revolution. Nevertheless, the king at that time, just in the early stages of the revolution in 1791, king adopted the constitution. It is very surprising because king never has any or any monarch, they never have any constitution, because their will is their will. If they decide to do something, being a monarch and the most powerful person in the entire kingdom, nobody can stop them. But in spite of those kind of monarch, the King Louis the 16th in 1791 on September 13th adopted a constitution. Whether it was meaningful or not, we don't know, but this is an important historic event which happened today on September 13th. Let's look at the next incident which happened today, and this is for the science buffs, and we all know, if you have studied in school, the Faraday's law, Faraday's effect. So the name of the scientist was Michael Faraday, and he was a chemist. And we all remember, but we don't remember the Faraday effect by heart. But today on September 13th, 1845, Michael Faraday discovered the influence of magnetic field on light. So Michael Faraday found that the light under the high intensity of magnetism can bend, and that is when these are some of the steps when we were trying to do a lot of experiment and trying to find the true nature of the light and the universe and our surroundings. The Michael Faraday experiment is an important one, simply because it proves that the magnetic effect on light will basically impact the light to bend in one direction. That means the light has some sort of magnetism also, and you know that the magnetic opposite pole attract. So if it is bending, that means there is some sort of pole or magnetism in the light, because of which it is bending. So this was identified in an experiment by Faraday on September 13th, 1845, and this experiment also proved that light may be a particle, not a wave. So these are early days, and later it was proved that light is a particle as well as wave, dual nature of universe. But in 1845, this is an important experiment, important findings by Michael Faraday in the year 1845. Let's move to the next one, and this is regarding the English monarch, and like to give condolences to the Queen who just passed away, and she was very graceful. But today's news is about the Buckingham Palace, not about the monarch. And on September 13th, 1940, during the invasion of Britain by Nazi forces, Buckingham Palace was bombed by the Nazi bombs. And if you remember, the Nazis were using V1 pulse jet bomb, a rocket, pulse jet rocket, to fire so many bombs on London. And they were also sending Luftwaffe aircraft to raid London and dropping bombs. So on September 13th, 1940, few of the bombs fell on Buckingham Palace, damaging it. So it's a big deal. It's a big information which happened today. And a Nazi bomb fell on Buckingham Palace, which is something to just for the information. Now let's move to the next one. We all know Velcro. Velcro has become part of our daily life. I think we have at least 6 to 7 things which has Velcro, and we use them every day, maybe several times in a day. Things like our shoes, things like some of the wires, computer wires, which we need to align them properly under our desk, or even dress material. Velcro is a very versatile invention, and it is very simple. It's very simple to make it. Just that two pieces of strip joined together, and they are very difficult to come apart. And this is a picture which I am showing. I know you already know what is Velcro. It is used everywhere. Now this type of material was invented by George Mastrel. He was Swiss, and he invented Velcro, and he found that at a very low cost you can basically make an adhesive which does not require any chemical. It is just the structure of the material which will make them stick together. So one side of the strip will have multiple hooks or some sort of thing which can hold the other side, and other side will have a lot of fibers which will stick around into those hooks. So that is the nature of Velcro, and it is very versatile. It can be used everywhere. It can be used in space suits, and it can be also used in our school bags. So it's a very versatile material, and George Mastrel got the patent signed in 1955 on September 13th, and that is important to remember, friends. And if you want to improve your knowledge about such things, I think you must continue to watch our program, which is daily live show, and we tell you about some of these interesting things which we must remember. So remember, Velcro was launched into the world, or the patent was granted to George Mastrel, a Swiss inventor, in the year 1955. Let's move to the next one. And this is about a little bit of politics, and that the Islamic world is dead against Israel. They have in their religion itself, the animosity is mentioned, that they are supposed to hate Jews, and in fact the Islamic people are supposed to hate, not supposed to hate, but they are supposed to definitely specifically hate Jews, but all others are not important either. So when the Israel country was formed after the World War II, and it is surrounded by all the Islamic countries, and that created a lot of issues, and they were always on war. There are several wars Israel has fought with the other countries like Syria, Egypt. They are still fighting with Iran, etc. And Israel has been able to defeat these Islamic forces. Egypt used to be very strong, very large country, but because of fighting with Israel, it has become weak now. And this war, this war will not give anything good to anybody. And now the thaw is coming, irrespective of the religious belief. People now have understood that these are meaningless wars. You can keep killing each other, but for how long? Because somewhere we have to become civilized. So in that initiative, lot of discussion started, and lot of thaw in relationship were introduced. And in fact, if you follow the global news today, you know that the UAE became the first country to establish the diplomatic relationship with Israel. And today, a lot of Israeli companies are operating out of UAE, and UAE is also a business hub. But this information is about relationship establishment with Egypt, because Egypt is Israel's prime enemy. And finally, Egypt and Israel agreed to conduct bilateral talks, and on September 13th, 2021, Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett, at that time, he actually makes his first historic visit to Egypt to discuss the bilateral issues and to basically talk about whatever relationship issues they have in terms of boundary or all of these things. So this happened historic. This is a historic moment because this will bring peace to that part of the world. That happened on September 13th to 2021. So friends, these are the 5 important things which I thought I will talk to you and talk about these things today live. And since I present this program live on all social media platforms, you can also share your chat messages, and I will display your chat messages here. And if you have any comments, you can send in your comment live, and I can display your messages right during the stream. So this is all for today. I will meet you again tomorrow. But before I leave, I like to tell you that if you like our studio setup, we have already we have already done a lot of review to set up our studio, and therefore we have provided the gadgets. There are about 18 to 20 gadgets that we are using in our studio to do live streaming and also video production. So we have already selected the best and the low cost gadgets which are available on our website. So if you go to our website akulmach.com and click on the recommended gadgets tab, you will see all of these gadgets which we use. So that will give you an idea that the kind of production we are doing can be done using these mediocre devices. And if you are a production house yourself, or you are a avid video producer or a streamer, I think this is one link that you must look. And if you like some of these gadgets, you can buy directly from our website, or you can review these and buy it at a later date. So friends, this is all for today, and I will catch you again tomorrow in This Day That Year. Please take care, and I will catch you again. Bye bye.